kidding. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a great Saturday so far. I apologize I didn't post yesterday, but we're grinding today. A full 4-play mini scheme. I dug deep for this one, fellas. So basically, these Madden Minute videos, everybody was hype about them. Seems like everybody's liking them, but they're just not doing well as far as views. So what is it? Comment below. Is Madden dead? It's January 19th. You know, the NFC and the AFC championship games are tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. The season is winding down. Is Madden dead? See, that's, for someone like me, that's hard to grasp because Madden is the only game I play. It's the only game I've played in 8-9 years. Just played Call of Duty back in college. Last Call of Duty I bought was before the one before you can like jump, or actually I bought the one where you can like jump, fly. I think it was Advanced Warfare, and that was it for me. I was like, man, this is too much like Halo. You know, it's not realistic anymore. I'm getting too old for this crap, blah, 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 blah. But Madden's always been near and dear to my heart. It's football. You know, I'm a huge football fan. Hard to believe, right, with the Browns losing for 20 years, but we're finally back. Thank you, Baker. So it's hard for me to, I guess, swallow the pill that Madden might be dead. Maybe I need y'all to tell it to me straight. Maybe Madden's dead, man. Maybe I need to be the Fortnite doctor. I don't know. Man, you know I'm just playing. The diehards will last. We're going to still ball out. That's why we need a scheme like this, a unique scheme more than ever. Tired of the same old stuff. And it's kind of funny because the first scheme I did on Patreon back in August, first playbook I covered was Cardinals. And a lot of those same plays are still working. And obviously, if you sign up on Patreon, you get access to everything since day one. It's kind of funny we're coming full circle back to the Cardinals playbook, but this one's pretty unique. This is under center. This is a singleback wing stack scheme. And we'll just dive into the first play here. The first play is going to be PA Power O. So some of these, I mean, you don't have to. It still works to the middle of the field. But it's just going to give you that much more space if you run it to the opposite side of the field. As I got 4 plays here, and then I'm going to give you 2 runs as well. So it's actually going to be a 6-play mini scheme. The PA Power O, what we do is we fade R1. We're going to curl X. We're going to block the running back. And then you just motion Landry to the right. Now, this is one of those formations where if you let him get too far beyond the Joku, it won't let you hike it. So you really want to hike it when he's right behind the Joku. And it's just going to break the zone. All right, so one more time, just in case you were sleeping. We're going to curl X. We're going to fade R1. We're going to block the running back. And we're going to move Landry to the right. You want to make sure you snap it when Landry's right behind the Joku. If you let him get too far outside, it's not going to let you snap it. You're going to have Landry breaking the zone. If it's a cover 3 deep or a cover 4 on that side and they take Landry's route, guess what? You're going to have square coming underneath. If both of those are covered, you will have X on the curl, and you can also play macro. Great little play here, and this same motion is going to tie in all 3 passes out of this formation. All right, boys, play number 2 out of the singleback wing stack scheme is going to be flanker spot. This is its stock. You can run it this way, but if you run it to the right, to the wide side of the field, you're just going to have a little bit more space, obviously. Put it against random here. What we're going to do here is we're going to smart route R1. That works efficiently if it's down in 10 or longer because it just takes him out to the first down line. So if it was like 2nd and 5, it would actually shorten his route too much and it wouldn't work. So you want to run this on like 1st and 10 or 2nd and 10 or even 3rd and 10. We're going to block the running back again. We're going to streak X. And we're going to fade square. Now, you can run this play with these adjustments just like this. R1 and circle create nice little high-low concept to the deep right side of the field. So that's going to break a lot of zones. But what I like to do is keep it uniform. Motion the same guy. We're going to motion Landry. And we're going to snap it in the same spot. And if you go back and watch the gameplay in the beginning of this video, I show this quite a bit. What happens is he cannot use her, and a lot of these blitzes everybody's running online, that's what motivated me to make this play, to kind of attack that part of the field. He's only got 1 user for both R1 and circle, and he's not able to use them both. And just be patient, you know, and you can block X too. That's what I meant to say. So if he's sending heat like this, just block everybody, fade square, and then motion circle to the left. him, and if he's sending 7 blitzers, and I forgot to smart route R1. If he's sending 7 blitzers, then you got to block 7. You know, a lot of people think that's cheese or whatever to only send 3 people out on routes, but you got to do what you got to do, man. If he's sending heat like that. So you have the option to block X or streak them, depending on what look the defense gives you. You're definitely going to block your running back. You're going to fade square, and then what I forgot to do last time is smart route R1. You got to get him on a deeper post so it doesn't run with Landry. Landry's going to be your low read, and the Joku's going to go deep right. And he's never going to be able to use or both of those routes. It should be a Patreon exclusive, man. It's getting towards the end of the year. If this was still the beginning of the year, this would be highly likely to be on Patreon only. This is a really good scheme, but I'm more than happy to bring it to y'all for free. I just ask one small favor in return. If this scheme does work for you, drop it a like. That really helps. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel already and you want to improve your Madden game, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications on. We showed that flanker spot play 2 more times for good measure. You can see exactly where it hit that R1 route, and now we will move on to the 3rd play. All right, boys, the next play is this PA dig play. There's actually 2 ways you can run the PA dig. PA dig, first setup is fading X. You smart route R1, puts him on a deeper post. You're going to block your running back, and you're also going to do the same motion with circles. So this is 3 pass plays with the same motion. If you notice, if you were doing the flanker dig play, all your routes would be going left, so you can attack both sides of the field with the same motion. One of the main reasons this scheme is so effective. Snap him the same exact spot, and now you have a high-low read. Really, that was a bad pass. I made a play on it, but I don't know why he lobbed that. If I would have just bullet passed it straight down, I should have been able to get it. If he's sending a lot of heat, which most people do, just leave X blocked. Smart routes R1, block your running back, motion circle to the right, but it creates a great little high-low, and then the way Landry goes inside first really allows for more separation. The initial part of his route goes in, so it really makes the user think that you're attacking the left side of the field again. But fade X, smart route R1, block your running back, motion circle to the right, and snap it. Show you this one more time, and then we'll go to setup number 2 out of the flanker dig. That's a great way to get 10 yards. A lot of times R1 will get open over the top, and then square is a great route as well. If it was like 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 5, you can smart route square 2, and it shortens his post. All right, so setup number 2 with the PA dig, fellas. Before I dive into it, let me just explain something real quick. When you block, this is just one of those little Madden nuances that I noticed after you play so much, you just catch on with. When you block a running back, really I believe it happens in most formations. When you block a running back out of play action the first time, it gives you this blocking animation to the left side, which I swear is not as good as a normal straight up blocking animation. So what I do, he'll like whiff on a lot of guys, and you'll take a sack because of that BS right there. So what I do a lot of the times is block him twice, and that gives you a normal blocking animation where it's straight back. Just a little trick I find to give you better blocking. So you want to block twice. I know it's annoying, but you want to block twice out of play action. Unless y'all know what that is or a better way to do it, that's just something I've noticed over time. But the second setup, we're going to actually put R1 on an out route. We're going to streak X instead of fade him, get him going straight upfield. And then what we're going to do, guys, now is we're going to motion square to the right. Now, as long as you're not spamming this play and these formations, the casual user is not going to notice that you're motioning Callaway instead of Landry. And even if he does, whoop-de-doo. But you're going to actually motion square here. Get square going over to the right. Snap the ball right in the same spot as you were on the previous plays. And Callaway's going to beat a lot of zones on that up and out. And then, you know, cover 4, a user will take that away. Cover 3 sky, even if you leave the purples out there, should take it away. But no big deal because you're going to have a lot more options. And you can can even playmaker the dig route circle as he's coming across the field. A dig route, any kind of decent receiver. You know, Landry I think is only like 89 speed, but that dig route is clutch for beating man defense. Make sure you put R1 on an out route, X on a streak, block the running back, block him again, and motion square to the right. Little high-low between R1 and square. It's a risky throw. I've made that throw before, but that's risky. Actually looked like it was going to get over his head. You could double tap that, but I don't recommend it. Or you could whip route him. You can even put him on an in route, but that kind of ties in with the next play I'm going to show y'all. I had X wide open. I was worried about getting sacked, but you get the idea, boys. Make your reads. I'm obviously pretty tired right now, making some terrible reads, but streak X, R1 on an out route, block your running back, block him again, motion square to the right. I would always check X first. Oops. X first, R1, square. So basically, you know if R1's covered, if X and R1 are covered, this is how my mind works. If X and R1 are covered, you basically guarantee yourself that square is going to be open to the deep right unless he runs back there and makes a great user on it. But because of the nature of these two routes right here, I don't think there's a zone in the game that could cover all three of these routes unless he's manually adjusting them. That's that. We'll dive into the last play of this scheme and we'll wrap this up, boys. I appreciate you watching to the end. All right, boys, thanks for sticking with me. This scheme is really good. I just want to make sure I clarify everything for y'all so you're running it correctly. This is the last pass play, and then I'll very briefly give you my two favorite run plays. But the wing stack again, this is the PA fork. We'll run it against random. Two ways you can run this play, fellas. You can run it the max protect way, just streak R1 and motion circle to the left. Go ahead and carry out the play action. You have a nice little high-low read between circle and your running back. So that's one way to run it. Once again, that was just streaking R1, motioning circle to the left, and carrying out the play action. Gives you a nice little high-low concept between your running back and your dig route. Next up, I like to, if you're playing MUT, there's a 99% chance you're getting zone blitzed every play. So I would never carry out that play action. I would go ahead and block that running back. I would still streak R1. And then there's two things. If you're really getting heat, if he's blitzing 6 and 7, obviously leave Fells blocking. If not, I like to put him on a little dig route. It's a quick hitter. It's a nice check down. And when you do that, it creates a nice little high-low read between that dig route and your circle route. And don't forget to smart route square too. Square will gash a lot of zones, especially when the user is all tied up with all these routes underneath. But I mean, your reads here are pretty obvious. Your first read is always going to be X. Second read, I would actually go back to square. And then typically, whenever I have a streak on the field, I kind of just keep that out of the corner of my eye. But you can slide protect left or right. It really just moves your running back's assignment. But whatever side is overloaded, I would shift that way, especially if you're sending Fells on a route. Always remember you can block him as well. But just be ready, man. Be ready to hit the streak or the dig route, whatever the user is not going for. If he's sending the house, I mean, you can quick hit the streak or the X route. He comes in pretty quickly, so you know it's going to be hard for him to guard both of those routes with the user. But the beauty of this, guys, is if you hang out to the left side, you can actually playmaker the circle route as well. So this is where it really gets good. And if you're going to go for this, I would probably just block X, give you extra protection. Although that's kind of your underneath route. What I would do is I would slant R1 if you want to get really creative. Slant R1, motion circle to the left, snap it, drift to the left a little bit, and then playmaker circle. And you'll really start causing headaches, especially in MUT. I mean, Landry's only 89 speed. You have a OP receiver in MUT. I mean, that's all day. Just make sure you drift to the left so it doesn't pick up R1. I don't know how he missed that, but so that's it. Basically 3 ways, I guess, but my favorite way, the most efficient way, is to just streak R1, dig route X, block your running back, smart route square, motion circle to the left, snap it right behind the Joku. Watch your streak. See, I almost had my streak there. I had square early in the play, and then I had circle, but it got batted down. All right, fellas, we're not going to spend too much time on this. This video has already went way longer than expected. But the halfback dive, similar to the ace slot halfback dive I showed you, when you motion this guy to the right, which works out great because obviously it's the same motion as all those pass plays I just gave you. Motion him to the right, I feel like it messes with the run fits and really creates some big holes. Just go with the flow. Right there, I saw an opportunity to go right with it. A lot of times you can cut back left. Just keep your hand off the turbo, find the hole, and get upfield. Like I said, don't be afraid to cut it all the way back left. Just lay off that turbo and just hold left on the left stick. And don't forget to ID the mic as well. I notice a lot of people don't take advantage of IDing the mic on a run. It really does make a difference, guys. So if you're not IDing the mic right now on your running plays, start doing it, and I guarantee you'll see some improvement. All right, fellas, my last little piece of advice is you can audible to the bunch ace. So that's a whole different monster. Off this quick pitch, put it in your audible. Because then when you're in this wing stack and you're really gashing them for yards through the air and then with the halfback dive. And check this out. Even the audible to the bunch ace looks like the same motion that we've been running, boys. So just another great little technique to mix in with this scheme. And then run the halfback toss and try to catch him off guard. Guys, if you like this mini scheme, I highly recommend that you come and check us out on Patreon. There's 126 posts on there, including a full Saints ebook. Currently just finished up my 18th money play out of the Carolina Panthers ebook. There's already 25 Arizona Cardinals plays on there from the beginning of the year that are still working efficiently. And the best part about it, guys, is if you pay that $2.99 one time, you get access to everything ever posted. So what do you got to lose, fellas? It's only $3. Come try it out. If it's not for you, cancel the next month. Plus, there's countless money blitzes on there as well. So I really appreciate the support, fellas. It's a long way in the continuation of this content, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Madden season.